Hey, my name is Gaia Athena and today I'm bringing you a book review of The Weight of the Stars by Ancrum. I pre-ordered this book after I watched Ola Quinn's review of this book and she loved it and she made it sound really good, so I pre-ordered it and I read it pretty soon after I got it. And while I didn't love it as much as Ola did, I liked it a lot. I also love this cover. It feels, these bits feel different than the rest of it, and what I really like is that the inside looks like this, and I like that. Here is the inside flap. This book is about Ryan, and she lives in a trailer park with her younger brother and a baby. Not her baby. And her parents passed away some time ago. And then one day there's like a no girl in school sort of thing, I think. And that is Alexandria. And Ryan tries to get to know Alexandria better. And in Alexandria, her mother, so I should explain, this is a young adult contemporary, but it has a few science fiction elements. Alexandria's mother went into space on a one-way trip when Alexandria was really young. I should explain, so they had like a group of sort of 17, 18-year-old girls, people, and they went into space, and what they didn't realize when they chose Alexandra's mother was that she was like a few months into her training, it turned out that she was pregnant. So Alexandria never really got to know her mother because her mother left when she was a few months old. And so every night Alexandria spends time on her roof trying to listen for the radio waves that her mother might be sending. This explains it a little better, but it's a bit shiny, so there's a bit of a reflection, so I'm not sure if you can see that all that well. Otherwise you can look it up. So it's a young adult contemporary and it reads very much like that, but it does have those science fiction elements. I really liked the diversity in this book. Ryan has a group of friends and I like that all the people were just so unique and like, yeah, I thought that was all really well done. It felt really natural. What I also really liked is that the chapter headings are pretty short. And so, for example, this is where it starts. It says dawn. And then the next chapter says 15 minutes, which means it's 15 minutes after the previous chapter. And this one says 30 minutes from here. And so I really love that the chapters were all short. And that they had such unique titles that I've never seen anything like that before in a book. And so they can also say, for example, this one says 1 week. So yeah, I thought this was a really unique way to sort of show the progression of time and also split story up into smaller pieces, because I have to say these shorter chapters like really helped me with the reading process, because I find it really difficult to concentrate on anything for more than a couple of minutes. And so I really loved that the chapters were short, so I could easily like read a bit and then, yeah, I really like that. I also like the writing style. I would have liked, oh, there's some books. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more descriptions of characters, how they look sort of thing, and about them. I should explain, I recognize people by their hair. I have face blindness, and so for me it is helpful to know what a character's hair color and hairstyle and length is like, the hair length, so that I can picture them, because like any other details about the face I find hard to like remember and imagine. But yeah, I didn't understand like everything about the book. I couldn't relate to something that I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, so I'm not going to say that, but I couldn't quite relate to that. I didn't quite understand it. Like a certain character's motivation, let's put it that way. But that's okay. I mean, you can't relate to everything. Ola really loved this book, and she is neurodiverse, and as am I. But even between neurodiverse people, I think they are just as, like, we're just as different from, between neurodiverse people, they're just as different as the diversity is with neurotypical people among that group, if that makes any sort of sense, what I'm saying. But yes, I also liked, this is on the spine, and then here you can see it's got the bits on the side. So I took a risk because I pre-ordered this book, and it was not the cheapest book to buy, but I decided to do it because Ola was really enthusiastic about it, and so I decided to give it a try, and I am glad I did. I love the way the book looks and feels, and I really like the story. In the middle, it took me a bit longer to get through the middle, I think because I had a couple of days where I felt really tired. My partner wasn't feeling well during those days, and so I was taking care of him, and that tired me, and so I wasn't quite in maybe the right mind to be reading. But I really enjoyed especially the last part of the book, like the last, I'm not sure exactly, but yeah. Even if I didn't understand that one thing that I was talking about, I found it really interesting. Like at some point something happens in the story, and I found that really interesting. I liked the characters, and I liked that they were like different from the kind of characters you usually see. I also liked the author's note at the end, which I will not show you because it says something about the book, so that would be spoiled. But so yeah, about halfway through I was kind of like not sure, like I liked it but didn't love it. But the second half of it in particular was quite enjoyable. In the beginning, Alexandria and Ryan don't get along, so I was more into the book later on when you see more of Ryan's friends and like stuff happens. And anyway, here's a picture of the author. When I pulled it, I hadn't realized that she also wrote The Wicker King, which I have not read and I don't own, but I have heard about it, and I think it's on my wish list somewhere, so I might have to bump it up a bit. But I really like this book. It's getting pretty dark right now and late, and I need to go start preparing dinner in a few minutes, so I better wrap this up. I apologize for the bad, sort of not great lighting, especially outside, but I just finished this book and I wanted to do the book review before dinner, and then, well, after dinner I'll go to bed, and I didn't want to have to do it tomorrow. So in short, I didn't like love this book like 10 out of 10 kind of thing, but I did really like it. I liked that I liked the science fiction elements, I liked the characters a lot, I really liked the writing style, I liked the way that the chapters were done. There was one kind of thing I didn't quite understand, and it is important to the book. And there was another thing, which I think this takes place in the United States, and there was another thing that happened, and I'm not going to spoil it, but that I thought, like, I don't think that's possible here, that's allowed, sort of thing. Maybe it isn't allowed, I don't know, but maybe it is allowed in the United States, I don't know. It was a little bit puzzling, like, is that possible, kind of, yeah. But anyway, no spoilers. I make all my reviews spoiler free. And I have no plans of ever making a spoiler filled review, so, because I hate being spoiled. Anyway, so in short, I really like this book. It's not a new favorite or anything, but I really liked it. So thank you to Ola for recommending this book, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I think it'll be fun to reread as well in, you know, some years down the line. So in short, yeah, I really liked it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!